Hey, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? My name is JKOD. As y'all know, I haven't done a video on my YouTube in a while, but this is about prophecies, Armageddon, destruction, and how we can fix it before it even appears to happen, even though we're going through those things right now in life. I hope you listen very, very carefully, right? Matrix, whatever you're gonna call it, the Matrix, the world, whatever, right? The ozone layer, right? It's overheating and it's getting thinner and thinner. Let's say, right? Because our air conditioners, our AC units, blow hot air into the atmosphere, which that does is overheat the planet and stress out the planet even more because the sun emits light and heat. The air is conducting heat outside and cold air inside. The cold air stays trapped inside the house. If the cold air stays trapped inside your home and it doesn't escape back into the atmosphere, all that thing is doing is basically creating a box of hot air in the outside world. So everybody's air conditioner is working right now, blowing hot air into the air right now, into the atmosphere, making it hotter and less breathable air outside. There's less oxygen outside because it's hot and heated by our air conditioner system and our emission system and the cars and everything that we have, combustion, etc., etc. How do we fix this, right? I said this before prior in my other videos. I'm going to say it again. We have to open all our windows. Everybody in the entire world, right? If everybody in the entire world came to an understanding that this is what's going to save humanity and save the ozone layer and save us all from heat exhaustion and eventually the sun burning us to death and blowing up the planet, this is what's going to help reverse that right now, right? Open up the windows to your homes and let the cold air escape back into the atmosphere. Once we're able to do that, the atmosphere is going to start controlling itself and climate controlling, and the ozone layer is going to resurface and re-energize, and it's going to be safe because we're blowing cold air. We're giving the earth oxygen to breathe, right? That's one step. I'm trying to say this in the most non-scientific way so everybody could understand. We have the power to generate, cool down the atmosphere, save the planet from heat exhaustion and basically the planet just imploding and blowing up, or both the sun burning us to toast and just disintegrating us from heat. And that's why when we go outside into the world, the sun is getting hotter and hotter and it's burning our skin till eventually the ozone layer is just gonna open up and we're just gonna fry like potatoes or whatever you want to call it. That's step one to evolution and saving the planet and the ozone layer and saving humanity from self-destruction. That's one. Second one is stop putting chlorine tabs and things like that into the water. We're killing each other, we're killing ourselves, and we're killing the bacteria in the water that's keeping us and supposed to keep us safe. We're made out of 60 to 70% water, all right? That water that we're drinking is contaminated with all those chlorine tabs and everything that we put in this water to make it clean, which absolutely is not doing that. It's hurting the planet. It's actually hurting the root system to the plants. It's killing the plants. It's killing the crops. It's killing the animals, because animals like humans eat crops and vegetables as well. So what we're doing is killing ourselves by putting all those chlorine tabs into the water that go into the systems of the root systems and the plants and vegetables that we eat. And then we wonder why vegetables and plants don't give us enough fruits and why they're dying and why we're dying and we're getting sick, because we're contaminating the water with all those chlorine tabs and conditioners that aren't supposed to be in the water in the first place. We got to treat the water how we treat a fish tank. If we have any more proof, we are aquatic humanoid life. We're basically like monkeys out the water, like sea monkeys that evolved out the water and now we're walking on land, right? So with that being said, if our water's contaminated, the air's contaminated because it's called the ecosystem. What's in the middle earth, right? What's in our planet, what's in the middle, whatever we're walking on earth right now, that's what they call middle earth. Middle earth is basically the plateau and the steps where we walk in, the roads to the car. That's middle earth. Anything that's in the middle goes into the atmosphere, because remember, condensation and evaporation. When the water evaporates, it goes into the sky, and the clouds work as a filtration system. Yes, they do. But if the water's overly contaminated, even when the rain comes down, the acid and pH levels are so off that the leaves on the trees are burning And guess what? They're dying, and we're killing the plants that we're supposed to be eating and the vegetables that we're supposed to be eating. Okay? With that being said, how do we fix this problem? Treat the water, the rivers and the canals with conditioners that we put in the tap water for a fish tank and aquarium. The same way we treat our aquariums is the same way we should be treating our rivers and canals. On top of that, we should be looking for giant 3D printers, right? And they have them out there right now, ladies and gentlemen. They have giant 3D printers printing out 3D boats and all this extra things that we don't need. What we need to be using those 3D printers for is making giant capsulized air pumps. If you go into a fish store and you buy a little tank and you have a little oxygen, little vibrating, little making noise that it just vibrates and gives you air in the tank. Okay, we need to make those giant sizes, right? And we got to start putting those in the rivers and the canals so we could create more oxygen in the water. Creating more oxygen in the water, what it does is it gives the bacteria in the water a fighting chance to evolve and kill bad bacteria that is in the water. Once we create enough oxygen in the rivers and the canals and in the water systems that we currently have that are contaminated, the bacteria itself, with ecosystem or whatever you want to call it, the ecosystem within itself in the water will start healing itself and will start eating the algae and everything that's bad in it. Putting more oxygen in the rivers and the canal also create a better ecosystem for the fish and crustacean lives in the water, meaning the fish are happier, the shrimps are happier, more food for us because they will breathe faster and they will be happier and they will overpopulate the water. Therefore, we don't have to go deep into the oceans to go fishing anymore because there will be so much fish and other crustaceans and things that we eat in the shore because we're recreating the ecosystem. We're saving the ecosystem. So, creating this giant air sumps or air pumps, right, into each rivers and canals, mainstreams in the planet worldwide. We have to do this worldwide as a unit. That's why we're one. We evolve as one, we die as one. And I'm trying to show you guys that every problem has a solution. Even death has a solution. How? By following these steps. All right? If we start doing this for our planet, the planet is going to thank us and give us more back. We are the planets. We represent the planet represents us. We take care of our planet takes care of us. Why and how? Giving us more food, etc., etc. Boom, boom, boom. Trying to be as non-hood or ghetto and non-scientific and just trying to be as moderate as I can be so everybody can understand what we have to do to survive. On top of that, if you guys want to stop the war and the chaos, stop lying to one another. You want people to stop having kids and overpopulating, and we want to have longer lives. Tell the truth to the world. Give everybody a fighting chance. There's so much money in the world. There's no reason why that we should have homeless people anywhere in the world. We could all give somebody a fixed income. As a matter of fact, people that don't have a job should be on disability because it's a disability not being able to get a job, even if you want one. Doing that is basically giving an open gate to everybody to be like, substantially, now I could take care of myself, save this money, buy a car, go to school, get an education, get a job, etc., etc. If people have minimum wage, even minimum income, even disability, whatever you guys want to call it, if everybody in the planet had money, some type of money, starters money, whatever you're going to call it, right, the crimes will completely disintegrate and just stop in general, because if we all have money, there's no reason why we should be stealing and robbing and doing anything negative. If we all knew the truth and the things that we were supposed to be doing to make this a better world, nobody will be committing any crimes or doing anything evil. If the government actually helped us and told us these things that I'm telling you right now, this will be a perfect almost world. This will be heaven on earth, like Father, God, whoever you want to call him, Jesus, the prophets have said for decades and decades. I'm trying to show you guys and put you guys on game. Everything I say is accurate. Now, for those that don't understand, crime will stop to end. Everybody in a house, everybody with income, worldwide peace, everybody's good. If you don't want to work because you're disabled and you just can't, stay home. Your job is to stay home and stay out of everybody's way and just enjoy life. Watch TV, enjoy life, live longer, prosper, love one another. That's what it's all about, evolution and love, okay? If we don't live in fear, there's no reason for us to overpopulate or even be populating. Because if we have everything we love and everything we want, it's a perfect world. I'm trying to create heaven on earth and show you guys that it's possible, because everything is possible in this planet. And it just takes all of us to wake up and realize that these are the steps that we have to take, the first steps that we have to take to initiate and start this heaven on earth that we've always all wanted. Everybody on income. If you go to school, you should have an income, because that's a job. You're learning things to eventually fix errors in the future or in the present time. That's why we all go to school, to learn something, to learn from our mistakes. If you learn from your mistakes, then you know you won't do it again, because it's a mistake, it's something that's wrong, so you fix it. We are all on this planet to evolve. We're all on this planet to help each other evolve and help each other with all our problems. One person with no money or no income is going to start chaos in this world because they want to survive and they don't want to die. How do you stop that? Give people equal rights. What's equal rights? Give them a chance to have some income so that they can fix their life and get to the places and do the things that they're destined to do and destined to be. That's one. Everybody on an income is good. Oh, what's this going to say? Oh, what about the people that are doctors and they're certified? Keep your income. They're going to call it credit. Money's going virtual now, meaning we won't have paper trails anymore. Paper money's going to be obsolete. Money's going to be digital. You're only going to be able to purchase things digitally on apps like Cash App, etc., to keep track of all things so that crime completely stops. Because if we have paper trail, basically you could get away with fraud, you could get away with murder and do bad things to other people because you could call the shots or whatever. With virtual trail, they keep track of everything that's going on in life and what you spend, and that's a safer world for everybody. I'm trying to wake you guys up to everything that's about to happen right now. All right, artificial intelligence is already in the water. Why are we not smarter than we're supposed to be? Because the water's contaminated, so our bodies aren't contaminated. If we started purifying our waters the same way we do in our fish tanks and the aquariums and stuff like that, we will drink that healthier water, and eventually in the future, while we're cooling down the atmosphere and the rain is better because we're cleaning the water and the rivers and our streams with purification as far as oxygen before they go into the main water procedure centers, the water city council, and they clean it with other carbon filtrations and everything. Before they even get there, the water will be more purified, and the bacteria in the water, the white cells, the white blood cells, or whatever you're gonna call it, right? White blood cells, because that's what they really are, that fight the bacteria in the water itself, will diminish all the evil or bad bacteria, contaminants, right? And the water will be holy. It will be so pure. Within 5-10 years, we will see a difference in the water, the way it tastes and the way us humans operate, think, because the water as a nanocell and an artificial intelligence will start recovering anything that's wrong with your brain cells, anything wrong with cancer in your body, anything that's wrong with the body. The water itself, when we drink it, will just regenerate that. The water, if you're blind like myself that can't see much, guess what? The water will fix the errors in my body and make me see perfect again, because water is really artificial intelligence that just needs a little push to get better, to be better, so it could evolve us into better, smarter beings that we are right now. And these are the steps to fix that, and for us to reach evolution, and for us to stop world crime, and for us to stop the world itself from imploding and killing us. And this is how we're going to help the planet cool down the temperatures of its inner core, because the inner core is like the heartbeat of the planet, and right now it's palpitating so much because it's overly stressed from so much heat, and so much heat is creating it to not breathe well, and we're taking so much oils from the dirt and feeding it to the cars that this water eventually is gonna recreate, and it's gonna break the matrix, and the water's gonna start healing the planet and putting oils back into the dirt itself, and everything's gonna play out so beautiful and so perfect. Guys, you guys have no idea. This is all a fact. I'm not lying to you guys about anything. If you guys follow these steps and these things that I'm telling you, we will create heaven on earth, and we will live the happiest, longest life we have ever imagined. No more crime. Just imagine that. No more crime. Better, bigger fruits in the future. right now, better, bigger fruits, because the water and the root systems are so happy and stimulated to the point that the water will be carbonated almost. It'll be carbonated water in the rivers and the canal. You could just jump in it and feel the bubbles enter your micropores in your body. And you guys don't realize, but we have little pores in our bodies for the reason because the water used to enter our little pores, like where the hairs grow from. They enter our pores and they exit our pores. If anything was wrong with us, they'll just lick it out. If you got bit by a poisonous snake or something like that, the water will automatically, since it's smart and artificially intelligence, it would just lick it out. And if you got a cut, the water would just automatically heal you. And that's what scientists and doctors have been looking for, self-healing. And we already there, and the only things that we have to do to get to those steps, for us to self-heal, for us to regenerate, for us to break the generational curse of death and murder and pain, is just basically these steps. Fix the atmosphere, the air that we're breathing. There's barely oxygen and purified air in here because our air systems, air conditioner systems, are blowing hot air back into the atmosphere and cold into the homes. If we open our windows and we all let that cold air back out into the atmosphere, we'll be climate controlling the earth completely, giving us better and more purified air. But it has to be done as a unit, everybody doing it in the planet as one. The whole world is going to start feeling that cool, cold breeze of oxygen. Once we breathe that cold air and oxygen, that pure air, our brains are going to function better. Our lungs and heart, everything in our body is going to function better. And once we start purifying our waters with the conditioning systems that we should be using, like the fish tanks, like how we do aquariums, and we purify the air, we purify the water and the rivers with air pumps so that they have a better bacteria system. The air is gonna purify the water with, a fighting chance, because that's what water is. Water's alive in its own sense. It has bacteria, and as long as there's no air in it, there's gonna be bacteria. The only reason water isn't so distilled is because it's current. As long as there's a little bit of air and the water gets pushed, it's current. There's a live bacteria because they move away, but it's not lively enough. It's coming to a point that the water's so contaminated that the only way we're going to be able to save ourselves and the water and the planet and everything that we love is recreating life itself and recreating this thing that we call, and we've never met or seen before in so many years. It's called holy water. Water so pure and so holy, it brings the dead back to life. It regenerates arms, limbs, broken bones, missing nose, missing teeth, ears, eyes, anything that you've ever been missing. Once we create and recreate this holy water, within a couple of years, the water will be so pure that your limbs, your arms, your ears, your eyes will regenerate itself back to normal, and we will be perfect human beings with no instabilities or no disease or anything at all. This will cure AIDS and every disease in the entire galaxy and planet. If you guys listen to this, we will stop self-destruction, and we will stop the world from imploding and killing us from strokes of heat from the sun rays to the point that we're just disintegrated. And these are all facts. I'm trying to help humanity. I'm trying to help us all. Just help and love one another. We're going through really tough times right now. I'm trying to wake you guys up, and I'm trying to give you guys the steps that we should be taking to making this hell that we call earth heaven once again. And these are the steps to do it. Help one another, give income and money to one another. If you're living in the ghetto, and once we all have money, there should be no reason why the ghetto's the ghetto, because the ghetto will be beautiful as well, because we will be painting our homes, watering our plants, we will be loving one another. There should be no crime, there should be no evil on this earth for the most part, because we all have a little bit of money, and we all be taking care of each other, because we're taking care of the atmosphere, we're taking care of our water, we're taking care of ourselves. It's time for us to evolve, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for us to reach a new height, something we've never seen in a long time. It's time for us to become gods and goddesses that we used to be once. And I'm trying to create this and show you guys that everything we've ever dreamt of and wished for is actually true. And I'm trying to help you guys. Remember, guys, every problem has a solution. It's just a matter of time of you finding the right person that has that solution to that problem. And here I am trying to solve all y'all problems. All you guys have to do is listen, agree to these things, and make it happen. I can't do it alone. because like I said, it's a unit. We have to do it as a unit. We have to do it together. In order for us to evolve, we have to do it together. In order for us to see this holy land, this heaven on earth, we have to do these things that I'm telling you. And I guarantee you, I will not mislead you. I guarantee you, if we do all these things that I'm telling you guys, we will see a better and have better lives worldwide. Peace on earth, peace worldwide. No more overpopulation, no more kids dying, no more people getting sick. Everything will be perfect. No more selling dope or any drugs or anything. Everything will come to a complete stop. There's absolutely evil, and we will have a better life, because all the medicines that we have will be given to the people that actually need them, that are sick. And if you're perfectly healthy, man, there should be no reason for us to be selling drugs or doing drugs, because we don't need it. You know what I'm saying? There will be no pain. We will be with our loved ones, and we will be with people we love, and everybody around should love one another, respect one another. And I hope you guys get this message, man. I haven't done a video like this in a long time, and I just felt like you guys needed to hear this motivational things and this facts that I'm giving you. I had to try to break it down to this much normal point, to the point that everybody understood what I was saying, and this was just the way I had to do it. I didn't try to use big words. I just used regular common sense. Like, you guys could understand this, all right? I'm not doing it for money. I don't care about fame. I don't care about nothing else but the world's salvation, the planet's salvation, humanity's evolution, and humanity's salvation, and love for one another. I want you guys to wake up and realize this, man, all right? It's time for love. It's time for evolution. It's time for world peace. We've all been suffering for too much. It's time for us to love one another, man, again, and evolve and help the planet get us there. And we're going to help the planet get there. And we're going to help that happen, because all these things are possible. Everything is possible. Everything we've ever dreamt of, everything we've seen on cartoons and television, all that is real. It's just not there yet, because we have not achieved evolution to that level yet. But I'm trying to show you guys how to break the matrix and reach that evolution without death and without us having to die ever again, and stop doing dumb things. Hope you guys like this video, because it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be done ASAP. This is an order. This is a worldwide order, because we're endangering ourselves. The planet is at a verge of imploding and killing all human race in the entire galaxy, erasing us. And before that, if you guys believe in death so much, why can't you guys believe in immortality and happiness, man? I'm trying to tell you guys, man, it's possible, and we still have time to do it. And I'm here to show you that we could do it. Love you guys. My name is JKOD, and I hope you tap in, because there's a lot of good things coming to the future. In the present time, I'm working really hard behind the scenes so you guys can have this possible, and we could all make this dream possible. Save the planet, save ourselves, love one another, keep it moving. JKOD. I love you guys. Good night.